space. What awaits mankind there? That is the question most of us humans have to find out for ourselves, for it is also the void that exists between celestial bodies, including the Earth. And those two superheroes from different universes happen to come from that planet we all live in. What would happen if they confronted each other in a screw attack death battle? That is also something that we humans have got to find out for ourselves. I'm Daniel Paul Moore, and I'm coming your way to tell you all why I wanted a death battle. Chosen at random by the dying Xandarian Roman Day to receive his Nova Corps powers, teenager Richard Rider found himself thrust into the role of superhero, a role he grasped with relish. He battled foes such as Day's nemesis Zor, the winged mutant criminal Condor, the amnesiac powerhouse, actually a Xandarian sent to locate the missing Day, and the mysterious Sphinx. The latter eventually kidnapped Nova and several others, using Day's spaceship to transport them all to Xandar. Learning that Xandar was threatened by the Skrull Empire, Nova and his fellows, bar the Sphinx, who had returned to Earth, and Dr. Sun, who teleported to an unknown location, pledged their aid. The Skrulls were eventually driven off with the help of the Galadorian Space Knight Rom. Homesick for Earth, Richard agreed to give up his powers, which were needed to help rebuild war-ravaged Xandar's defenses, and return home a normal human once more. Or so it seemed. Months later, Richard was tracked down by Night Thrasher, who believed Richard's powers were merely dormant and wished to recruit Nova for his prospective hero team. To test the theory, Night Thrasher dropped Richard off a roof. Luckily for both of them, Night Thrasher was correct, and the adrenaline rush reawoke Richard's abilities. Alongside several other teenage heroes, he founded the New Warriors, and also resumed his solo career. He fought alongside the New Warriors for years, including encounters with Nova's old foe, the Sphinx, and a brief stint during which the Warriors worked with Cable and X-Force. He was eventually hunted down by Supernova, the Xandarian who held the rest of the Nova force inside his body and had been driven mad by it. The two of them, aided by the New Warriors and Galactus' Xandarian heralds, Firelord and Airwalker, ended up setting off protocols that led to Xandar's resurrection. The Star Corps was reinstated, and Rider was appointed Centurion Prime and assigned to guard Earth's sector of space. Returning to Earth, Rider was confronted with dual lives as Centurion Prime and a member of the New Warriors. He also encountered another Nova from an alternate timeline named Nova 0:0. Nova 0:0 attacked Rider to prepare him for defending his Earth from the force that had destroyed Nova 0:0's Earth, the Death Storm. After stopping the Death Storm and saving Earth, Rider was replaced as Centurion Prime for Earth's sector of space by Garthon Saul, the former supernova, after failing to follow orders at a crucial time. When Saul sacrificed himself to save Earth from the dire wraith Queen Volks, he passed his powers back to Rider. He continued to fight alongside the New Warriors until the team broke up, reformed, and broke up again. He agreed to come back as part of the New Warriors reality TV show and travel the U.S. with the team, fighting menaces that had taken up residence in communities that didn't have resident heroes. The team fought several criminals who'd escaped the raft during the massive prison break that led to the reestablishing of the Avengers, before being recalled to Xandar alongside the rest of the Nova Corps to deal with the threat of the Annihilation Wave. Rider was the only Star Corps member to survive the wave's surprise attack, and has become the bearer of the entire Nova Force, as well as a Xandarian world mind, the living computers that contain the entire record of Xandarian civilization, as well as the minds of all its deceased members. Nova then came into contact with Drax, who taught him how to better control the Nova Force and how to kill. Realizing his new leadership abilities, Nova created the United Front, an army opposed to Annihilus. Several beings joined the United Front alongside Nova, including Silver Surfer, Ronan, Gamora, Philavel, Moondragon, the Space Knights, Blastar, Stardust, Firelord, Redshift, Super Skrull, Star-Lord, and others. Alongside these beings, Nova was able to squash Annihilus' forces and kill Annihilus. After the war, Richard started to scan the galaxy, searching for beings who needed help. Continuing this for an undetermined amount of time, he became fatigued and homesick. The World Mind advised Richard to return to Earth to rest. Taking World Mind's advice, Richard returned to Earth to find the state of the world after the Civil War. While back home, Richard was approached by Iron Man, who strongly urged Richard to register. Stark then sent Justice to try and convince him to register. Failing to see the point to any of the madness, Richard left Earth and returned to his Nova duties. Recently, the Phalanx took control of Kree space and infected many worlds. Finding himself trapped inside Kree space, Nova crashed into an energy barrier and landed on a Kree outpost severely damaged. There the commander, Ko-Rel, took him in and tried to oppose a horde of Phalanx, and it infected Gamora. Richard being too weak to fight back, the World Mind uploaded some of the Nova Force into Ko-Rel, turning her into a Nova Corps member. Gamora then slipped past the Kree defenses and infected Richard with a techno-organic virus, turning him into a Phalanx Select. From there, Gamora and Ryder left the outpost and returned to Hala. Seemingly accepting the transmode virus, Richard alongside Gamora then hunted down and infected Drax with the techno-organic virus. Returning to Hala, Richard was attacked by Ko-Rel, who was led by the World Mind. However, Ko-Rel was not powerful enough to defeat Richard and died at his hands. After returning from the battle, Richard was then taken inside his mind by World Mind and showed Richard that he was indeed fighting the techno-organic virus. Now boosted with hope and the help of Ko-Rel's return power, Richard managed to break free of the Phalanx control and escape from Hala. Richard then created a wormhole and was followed by Drax and Gamora. Once going through the wormhole, they were all transported into unknown space. Nova soon found himself at the edge of the universe in a place called Nowhere. Unfortunately, even here there would be no peace for the last of the Nova Centurions, as he was attacked by zombies under the control of an unknown evil called Abyss. However, after making an ally in a talking dog named Cosmo, Nova was able to defeat the villain and restore peace to Nowhere. Learning that Nova was transmode positive, Cosmo used the resources at his disposal to chart Nova a course for the birthplace of the Phalanx, Kavich, in hopes that Nova can find a way to cure himself of the virus that is slowly killing him. Hal Jordan connected with his father, a test pilot, more than any other member of his family. When he saw his father die in a blaze of flames during an afternoon test flight, the young boy had nothing left to fear because he witnessed the greatest fear come to life before his eyes. Growing up with a reckless lifestyle and enlisting with the United States Air Force, the young test pilot found himself floating away from Edwards Air Force Base with nothing but a green aura around him. It took him to a crashed ship, whereas inside lay a dying alien. The alien told Jordan that he had the ability to overcome great fear, and he then asked Jordan to take his place as a member of the Green Lantern Corps. With Earth and all of Sector 2814 under his protection, Hal Jordan shines his light proudly as Earth's primary Green Lantern, making sure that those who worship evil's might will beware his power. Green Lantern's light. Like Batman, Hal Jordan is completely human and has no natural superhuman abilities. As Green Lantern, however, Hal is equipped with one of the universe's most powerful weapons, the Green Lantern Ring. Once slipped into his finger, Hal gains access to near-limitless power. The ring produces powerful energy with tangible, malleable properties powered by the willpower of every living being in the universe, extended from the Corps' central power battery on the Green Lantern homeworld of Oa. As the ring comes from the Green Lantern Corps, it allows the Lantern to construct energy into any form they can imagine and will. It also allows the bearer to fly while projecting over the bearer a green aura, which protects from common threats of interstellar travel, such as the vacuum of space. The aura also provides the bearer with atmosphere to breathe in any environment. Despite the ring's boundless power, it runs on a finite charge. For this reason, each lantern must recharge their ring with a personal power battery once every 24 terrestrial hours. The user simply places their hand and ring into the light of the battery and utter the Green Lantern oath. In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's light. As a hand-to-hand combatant with the assistance of the Power Ring, Hal Jordan's natural training as a member of the United States Air Force is greatly enhanced. Green Lantern can summon practically any offensive weapon he can imagine through the use of the ring. In addition to firing potentially lethal green plasma energy at varying levels of power and firing rate, as a ring bearer, Jordan takes a no-nonsense approach, summoning only what he needs to get the job in front of him done. How would you feel if you ended up in another world? Who knows? It might be an exciting adventure for you. Just think of all the alien life forms that you can meet. Some might come in peace. Some might abduct you. Unfortunately, none of this stuff happens in real life. Trust me, I know. It would be fun to have this intergalactic death battle underway, just as long as they don't suffer the same fate as Chuck Norris and Sagata Sanshiro did. I've watched it like a bunch of times, and look what happened to them. Their fate became unknown to us. I sure hope the same thing doesn't happen to those two, because the last thing we wanted is a double KO, like in the Goomba vs. Koopa death battle. Well, that'll be all for this video of why I wanted a death battle. Don't forget to fave, comment, share, like, and subscribe. Help keep this account safe from rude people, trolls, and evil internet haters, and so on. Thanks for watching! Oh, and one more thing. I will be telling you all about the Why I Wanted a Death Battle audition contest next video, so stay tuned to my channel.